Oh, Marvel the Avenger 2012. Marvel the Avenger, classified under the name Marvel Avenger Assemble in United Kingdom and Irlandia, or simply the Avenger, is a 2012 American superhero film based on the Marvel comic superhero of the same name. Produced by Marvel Studio and distributed by Walt Disney Studio Motion Picture. It's the 16th film in the Marvel Comics universe. Written and directed by Joss Whedon, the film features an assembled cast including Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans Marks, Max Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, and Jeremy Renner as the Avenger. Alongside Tom Hiddleston, Clark Gregg, Cobble Sumner, Stellan Skarsgård, and Samuel L. Jackson in the film. Nick Fury and the spy agency S.H.I.E.L.D. recruits Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, Thor, and Natasha Romanoff, and Clint Barton to form team capable to stopping Thorn Brocky Loki from suggesting Earth. The film development began when Marvel Studios received loan from Merrill Lynch in April 2005. After the start of the film Iron Man in May 2008, Marvel announced that the Avengers will be released in July 2011. Steve Rogers, Bruce Banner, and Thor from Marvel previous film. With the signing of Johnson as Natasha Romanoff in March 2009 and Renner as Clint Barton in June 2010. The film was pushed back for a 2012 release. Whedon was brought aboard in April 2010 and rewrote the original script by Suspend. Production began in April 2012. Albuquerque, New Mexico, before moving to Cleveland, Ohio in August, in New York City in September. The film has more than 2,200 visual effects short. The Avengers premiered in Los Angeles on April 11, 2012 and was released in the United Kingdom state on May 4 as the last film of Phase 1 of the MCU. The film received praise for Whedon's direction and screenplay, visual effects, action sequence, acting, and musical score. The film grossed over $1.5 billion worldwide, setting numerous box office records and becoming the third highest grossing film of the all time at the time of its release and the highest grossing from 2012, as well as the first Marvel production to generate $1 billion in ticket sales. In 2017, The Avengers was featured as one of the 100 greatest films of the all time in the Empire magazine fall. It received a nomination for Best Visual Effect at the 18th Century Academy Awards, among numerous other accolades. 3 sequels have been released: Avengers Age of Union 2015, Avengers Infinity War 2018, and Avengers Endgame 2019. The story of the film is the Asgardian Loki, or counter the other, the leader of extraterrestrial race known as the Chitauri. In exchange for achieving the Tesseract, a powerful energy source of unknown potential, the other promises Loki an army with which can subjugate Earth. Nick Fury, director of enslave agency S.H.I.E.L.D, arrives at the remote research facility when physical Dr. Erik Selvig is leading the team experimenting on the Tesseract. The Tesseract suddenly activates and opens a wormhole, allowing Loki to research Earth. Loki steals the Tesseract and uses his scepter to enslave Selvig and other agents, including Clint Barton, to aid him. In response, Fury reactivates the Avenger initiative. Agent Natasha Romanoff heads to Kolkata and recruits Dr. Bruce Banner to trace the Tesseract through its gamma radiation emission. Fury approaches Steve Rogers to retrieve the Tesseract, and Agent Phil Coulson visits Tony Stark to help him check Selvig research. Loki is struggling when Barton tells us the iridium needed to stabilize the Tesseract power, leading to confusion which Roger, Stark, and Rotor at the end with Loki's surrender. Gets exhorted to S.H.I.E.L.D, his adopted brother Thor arrives and frees him, hoping to convince him to abandon his plan and return to Asgard. Stark and Roger invent, and Loki is taken to S.H.I.E.L.D flying aircraft carrier to helicarrier where is imprisoned. Confided or how to approach Loki and relevant ship that S.H.I.E.L.D plan to harness and Tesseract to develop powerful weapon as a deterrent against hostile extraterrestrial. As they argue, Loki agent attack to helicarrier and the stress causes Banner to transform into the Hulk. Stark and Roger work to research the damaged engine and Thor attempt to stop the Hulk rampage. Romanoff knocks Barton unconscious, breaking Loki's mind control. Loki escapes after killing Coulson, and Fury uses Coulson's death to motivate the Avengers into working as the team. Loki uses the Tesseract and wormhole generator. Selvig will open two wormholes above Stark Tower to the crucial field in space, launching his invention. Roger, Stark, Romanoff, Barton, Thor, and the Hulk rally his defense of the New York City, and together the Avengers battle in a Chitauri. The Hulk beat Loki into submission. Romanoff makes the way to the narrator. Selvig, free from Loki's mind control, reveals that Loki's scepter can shut down the generator. Fury, superior from the World Security Council, attempt to end invasion by launching a nuclear missile at the Midtown Manhattan. Stark invents a missile and takes it through the wormhole toward the Kaival field. The missile detonates, destroying the Kaival microchip and disabling the Air Force on Earth. Stark switches lost power and goes into a fireball, but the Hulk severs him. In the Avengers, Thor returns with Loki and Tesseract to Asgard, where Loki will face their justice. In mid-credit scene, the other conference with his master about the violent attack on Earth. The actor on this film is Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, or Iron Man, a self-described genius, billionaire, playboy, and philanthropist, and an electromagnetic swirl of armor of his own invention. Downey was cast in part of his fourth feature deal with Marvel Studios, which included Iron Man 2 in 2010 and The Avengers. He said he initially pushed Whedon to make Stark the lead. Number 2, Chris Evans as Stevie Rogers, or Captain America, a World War II veteran who was enhanced to speak of human physically by an experimental serum and frozen in suspended animation before waking up in the modern world. Evans was cast in a part of deal to star in 3 Marvel films. In addition to Avengers, Evans said that Steve Rogers is much darker in the Avengers. Number 3, Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, or Hulk, a genius scientist who, because of exposure to gamma radiation, transformed into the monster when an age of agitates. Ruffalo was considered to play Banner in The Incredible Hulk 2008 before Edward Norton took the role. As Thor, the front prince of Asgard, based on the Norse mythological deity of the same name, Hemsworth was cast as part of the multiple movies deal. He had previously worked with Joss Whedon on the Cabin in the World. Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, or Black Widow, a high-trained spy working for S.H.I.E.L.D, about the character and her relationship with Hawkeye. Johansson said, "Our characters have a long history. They have fought together and a long time, a lot of battle in many different countries." Number 8, Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton, or Hawkeye, a master archer working as agent for S.H.I.E.L.D. Renner said it was very physical role and that trained physically and practices archery as much as possible in preparation. Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Thor's adoptive brother and nemesis based on the Norse mythology deity of the same name. About his character, a pollutioner from film Thor, Hidden Stone side, I think the Loki we see in the Avengers is further advanced. Number 10, Clark Gregg as Phil Coulson, an agent with S.H.I.E.L.D. who oversees many of the division field operations. Gregg was cast in the part of multi-feature deal with Marvel. Number 11, Kevin Samuel as Maria Hill, a high-ranking agent with S.H.I.E.L.D. who worked closely with Nick Fury, Smolder who Joss Whedon considered for his unconscious, was selected from a short list of potential actresses including Morena Baccarin. Stellan Skarsgård as Erik Selvig, an extraterrestrial and friend installed under Loki's control who is studying in the Tesseract power. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. who was relegated in previous film to be coordinating Avengers initiative. Jackson was brought to the project with a deal containing an option to play the character in up to 9 Marvel films. Jackson said he doesn't more in the Avengers than in any of the previous films. You don't have to wait until the end of the movie to see me. About the role, Jackson said, it's always good to play somebody is a positive in society as opposite to somebody who is negative. I tried to make his honest to story and has honest to what real life wouldn't seem. Jackson compared the character of Orville Robin in Jackie Brown, selling him a nice guy to hang out with. You justice don't want to cross him. The ideas of a film based on the Avengers began in 2003 with Avi Arad, the CEO of Marvel Studios, first announcing plans to develop the film in April 2005. After Marvel Enterprise declared independence by allying with Merrill Lynch to produce a slate of films that will be distributed by Paramount Pictures. Marvel discussed their plan in brief presentation to Wall Street Analyst. The Studio International was released individual film for the main character to establish their identities and familiarize audience with them. Before merging the characters together in the Crossroad film, screenwriter Zack Spencer, who wrote The Incredible Hulk, became attached to the film in 2009 and was hired by Marvel Studios to write the film in June 2007. In work of the 2007 Right Guides of American Strike, Marvel negotiated with the Waiters Guides of America. After the successful release of Iron Man in May, in company set a July 2011 release date for the Avengers. In September 2008, Marvel Studios reached an agreement with Paramount and extension of the previous partnership. Testing began in October 2008 with Downey signing. Trout Dunkel was also reported to be replacing his Iron Man 2. At the same time, two major prospect actors for Marvel. Jon Favreau was brought in an active producer for the film, and the company signed a long-term lease with a Relic Studio to produce 3 other big-budget films: Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America: The First Avenger at their Manhattan Beach, California complex in February 2009. That is the Avengers 2012. Please watching and subscribe this video and waiting for the next